I gotta say that this map is also Terran favored. So though it's a very small map, so maybe Lancer X will be able to pull out some kind of early rush shenanigans, as he has proved to be quite proficient with in the previous games. And I think that a solid macro game will definitely favor Skzlime in the situation. So here we go into the game. Set 4 on Jade. So in the top left position, we have the red Protoss Lancer X, and in the top right position, as the blue Terran, we have sas.Skzlime. Alright, so we're starting off in close positions, so probably going to see some early rush shenanigan tactics. I'd like to see an FD from Skzlime, since the rush distance is very is quite small between these two positions, and probably some early zealot harass from Lancer X, and potentially into some sort of cheese, since he has lost twice in a row to Skzlime in a long macro game. And I mean, the two macro games which he lost to Skzlime, the first one he did start from behind, and so it's understandable. Though the second one he started from ahead, and Skzlime macroed his way back into the game, and his harassment was quite strong and well thought out. And Lancer X just didn't have the ability to predict the harassment. So he basically the game was basically over by that, when Lancer X was started moving out his army and had nothing left to defend for the harassment. And so looks like Skzlime's going to go for run one Rax expand. Worked for him once. That the map did play a factor in that victory, and so I wouldn't say that I was completely blown away by it the last time. Lancer X is going to go for Dragoon first, it looks like. Well, he's going to get the Cybernetics core first. We might see him build the Zealot, but I don't think so. I don't see what it would serve him at this point. He loses a probe, though, to that SCV. That is an early setback which he did not need, especially now that he is down 2-1 in the series, in this best of 5. He is facing elimination, and so, I mean, every little setback is really going to cost them. Skzlime putting down 2 depots down at his front to block, so when he throws that bunker down, he'll be able to relocate his barracks and get a full wall. I assume that is what he's planning, and quite like that move. He doesn't want to die to any early Dragoon shenanigans from Lancer X, and I mean, he can afford to play a little bit more defensively now. He could probably afford to lose an early depot rather than lose the game due to some ridiculous run by or something. So bunker is going down, and the barracks is being repositioned to make a full wall there, and it'll be interesting to see what Lancer X pulls out, because it's going to be very hard for him to pull off any kind of really early Dragoon. Well, it's going to be hard for him to pull off any early kind of micro tricks to get past this wall, and I really have to just give Skzlime the slight edge at this stage of the game, because he's shown himself more proficient in the long game than Lancer X, and it looks like that's exactly the type of game he's going to try to force here. He's getting a bit over eager with these Marines there, and Lancer X had a Dragoon there. I think he could do some micro, kill a couple Marines, but I don't think it would really make that much of a difference in the long run, but every little bit counts. And looks like Lancer X is gearing up to do some harassment on the bunker. Crucially, Lancer X will be wanting to actually, Lancer X is going to expand behind this, so it doesn't look like he's going to go for a break here. I haven't gotten a check. I think he's pumping from 2 gateways now, I do believe. No, he's going one gateway, and he's going to go into Reaver, I think. He's going for a very fast robotics. I can't believe he'd go 1 gate obs. Generally, I would assume that he'd go 2 gate obs if he were doing safe build. And so he takes out an SCV there, but he takes a lot of damage on the shields for both of those Dragoons. Not sure how worth it that was, but the shield does regenerate, so if those Dragoons stay around long enough, it won't matter, and so it'll turn out good for him. And the tank is out, so he won't be able to do any more harassment on this bunker, and the wall is so solid he won't be able to snipe that tank. Lancer X is going to take a 3rd base and probably back it up with a Reaver. This is all going to come down to his shuttle micro. And, he's going to get the bunker, though. Once again, Lancer X manages to get the bunker. And if he snipes the first siege tank, this can be huge. This can be game-breaking for Lancer X if he can get that siege tank. But it doesn't look like Skzlime is going to allow him to do that. He's got another well-positioned tank in the back. And, Lancer X is just going to be forced to pull right back. And the Reaver is coming out now. This game is going to come down to his shuttle harass. Can he produce enough harassment with that Reaver to make it worthwhile? But he also has to keep that Reaver alive in order to defend his 3 bases. He will not be able to maintain his bases without that Reaver. And so it's going to play such a crucial part of this game. And Skzlime going to take an early 3rd base, and I mean, Must did go for an early 3rd. He's going to be able to deny that for a long time with that Reaver, I think. And it's not too bad of a it's a pretty good decision from Skzlime, because I mean, he sees that Must does not have a huge Dragoon count, and so he's pretty safe to start that command center up. Getting 3 probe kills there, very good for Skzlime. A 4th probe kill, and that's all he'll get. But 4 probe kills at this point in the game, quite good. And what I was saying about that command center is, being as the command center can lift, he can just leave it there until he is ready to take his 3rd base. So it doesn't set him back whatsoever, especially being as Lancer X has no army to speak of. And the shuttle coming in, there's some turrets up. He does not want to lose that shuttle carelessly. He does see the turret. He's gonna get. He drops the Reaver. He's gonna lose the shuttle, and he loses the shuttle with the Reaver in it, and he's got to be feeling very bad about himself right now, because he just potentially threw away this game. There's not really any way that he shouldn't be able to hold off any kind of Terran push past this point. Defending his 3 bases is going to be insanely hard without that Reaver. He's going to have to commit more resources to his army, and he's just going to find himself far behind economically if Skzlime tries to make a push out. And that Reaver is just such a huge loss. It takes so much of a resource commitment to get that Reaver out so quickly, and to lose it in such a careless manner is It's really it costs you the game entirely. So now, I mean, I can't say that Skyline has won the game, but it can be said that this is his game to lose. I don't see how Lancer X can possibly win this game without Skyline making some major mistakes, and Skyline getting 3 more probe kills there, just further weakening of Lancer X's economy. And I don't know what Lancer X can do to pull himself back in this situation. He's building some zealots, so he is going to go for a bust here. I don't think it's going to be enough, but if he does manage to break this, he could potentially win the game with 1 break. Though I do think it is quite unlikely. It looks like either he's cutting probes there or he forgot to build one in that nexus, but he's got quite a sizable force. Though Skyline has the high ground advantage, he's got tanks positioned farther back. He's in such a great defensive position. Lancer X going for the break, and he loses the shuttle with 2 zealots still in the shuttle. All the zealots go down. The dragoons are getting completely demolished. The attack wasn't timed. Half the force did not go in, and looking very grim for Must here at this stage of the game. Skyline's going to be able to macro off of even bases, and he's already done quite a bit of economic damage with those early vultures, while Must has not done any damage to Skyline's economy. And it looks like Skyline's going to be taking this series 3-1 unless Must can really pull something amazing out of the bag, which he hasn't shown that he can. He's shown no indication of this that he'd be able to pull himself back from a situation like this one in any of the previous games. He won the first game with quite a nicely planned strategy that worked out really well and countered Skyline. But ever since he's just been making so many careless